fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you for being here tonight. So there's something that arises in my mind, and that is two cultures and one nationality. Now, what does this mean? I have people that ask me these questions. They ask, are you Mexican-American? And if you are, what are you more of, Mexican or American? Huh. Now, how do I answer that, right? I mean, it's a bit complex because here we have my roots, right? They're in a different country, but here I have, well, my home, which is in a completely different country than where my roots are. My roots are in Mexico. Everything that I've learned through my family in Mexico, in a place called Acaponeta, Nayarit. Now there in this place, a lot of my family actually still resides here. And in this place I learned about family, I learned about religion, and I learned about pretty much faith. Now one of the cool experiences that I've had actually with being in this place, I was actually able to celebrate the Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. Which is actually not a scary thing, it's the day that we celebrate our loved ones who have passed away. And the interesting part about this is that it's not a nostalgic moment. What we actually do is we build an altar for them, and we bring an offering with food, their favorite drinks, and at that point what we do is we actually have families speak about their loved ones. So you'll actually see like the cemetery, right? And in the back of the cemetery you'll see an altar next to each other. And what they'll actually do is the families will start kind of going from place to place and understanding a little bit more about that person. But to me, the most, I don't want to say creepy or interesting part was when they actually ate at the cemetery. Now that was a little off for me. But I understood what they were trying to do and I understood the connection on that. Now, with the second experience that I've had was with Las Posadas. Have anybody ever been in Posada before? Okay, there we go. So in Las Posadas, you actually go to other neighborhoods, and each neighborhood will actually do like the reenactment of the pilgrimage of Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. And at that point, what they'll actually do is they'll have a lot of food and a lot of drinks. And then there's something that I've learned about going to these places is that you cannot say no to elders. When they shove that food to you, you got to take it, or at least that's what I tell myself. Now knowing this, obviously at this point you're like, okay, well then that means that you're more associated with being Mexican. But here's the thing though, it's actually a no, it doesn't make me that. Because what happens is that this is part of one of my experiences. My other experience is in the American side, because I have other experiences here. I lived here and my home is here. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, and I moved out here in Arizona when I was 12 years old. So I guess you can say, you know, you're kind of part of two different worlds, right? So being here, I learned that I had a new culture. And that culture was one that believed in our Constitution, in our freedom of speech, our freedom of religion, and, well, the pursuit of happiness, of course, right?
Yeah.
Now, knowing this, I've also experienced great things here. One of them being Thanksgiving, right? So in Thanksgiving, I think it's one of the best holidays that we have, where our families get together and we can have turkey, right? Well, that and we can have family members that we like and not like as much, of course. But we get to do that. In my family, we actually do tamales once in a while. We kind of just mix it up a little bit with that. But I think it's one of the neat celebrations that we have here in the United States. The second experience that I've had has been the 4th of July, right? I mean, that's a great day. I mean, we wouldn't be here probably. We wouldn't have had independence. I wouldn't be giving the speech today. Now, the other experience that I've had in the United States was, in the United States, by the way, right, to make this clear, wearing boots and going to quinceañeras. Has anybody done that here? Okay, there we go. So that's another experience that I've had here in the United States. And with that experience and everything else, this is what I've learned. We all have similar words here in the United States. We all aspire to do something more. And when we think about all of this, one thought comes to mind, right? You must be Mexican-American at this point. Because think about it, you have a little bit of both worlds, so that must make you Mexican-American. And the answer to that is, it's complicated. Because this is the thing though, my roots and my home, that's part about being an American, that's part of who I am. I get the best of both worlds, but at the end of the day, my world that I'm living today is here, right? Because think about it, I'm having a speech here talking about this, my friends are here, my favorite cafe is here, as well as my favorite Mexican restaurant. I mean, everything is here, right? So by knowing that, I know I'm in a great country. I know I can be the best of who I want to be. And one of the things that I like about this place is that I can contribute the best of me. And whenever anybody ever asks me, where are you from, what do you consider yourself and where to be, I always say this. It's going to take you a cup of coffee and a really, really, really long time, because it's going to take a while, because I'm American. Thank you.